Hey guys, what's going on? It's Blue Jays Domain here, and I know what you're thinking. Holy shit, there's a human on my screen. But that's because we're doing free agent predictions, and I thought the best way to kind of rip through the top, whatever 50 it is I have here, is to just kind of do it like this. So this is how we're going to do it. I'm just going to go through. I might give an explanation for some of them, I might not. Some I feel like are just pretty obvious, some I don't think are as obvious. Again, these are just my opinions on where I think these guys will go and how the free agency period will kind of play out. I don't expect you to agree with many of these or any of these. Hell, if you agreed with all of these, something's wrong with you, not me. So there's that. But yeah, let's get into it. I think I have 50 free agents here. I had to snag one around a bit because he signed before I could even get stuff going. So we moved stuff around. And I want to get these out before anything else kind of starts falling. So, yeah, to start it off, we have Harrison Bader, and I have him signing back with the Mets. I think he just fits well there. I don't know what else is kind of going on in that outfield, per se. I think he's just a good fit there. Next up, I have Spencer Turnbull. I have him going to the Cardinals, helping out that rotation there a bit. I just think he fits there. St. Louis needs pitching in any facility. And I think Spencer Turnbull is just kind of a good, under the radar, not a lot of money spent move. Next one up, David Robertson back to the Rangers. Self-explanatory. Then I have Tomoyuki Sugano going to the Angels. If he's coming across the sea, he's just going to go to the Angels. I don't really think he goes anywhere else. He's 35. I don't see a lot of teams taking that risk on him, except for maybe the Angels. Next up, I have Justin Verlander going back to the Tigers. The Tigers need pitching. Verlander was a Detroit guy. I don't think Houston brings him back, which leaves him with Detroit, Houston, or retire. You take Houston out, it's probably Detroit or retire. So if Verlander pitches next year, he's a Tiger, in my opinion. Next up, I got Shane Bieber going to the Orioles. Corbin Burns is a free agent. Don't really know about John Means. Grayson Rodriguez is a dude, but they need a guy up there again. To fill the hole if Corbin Burns doesn't come back. I think Shane Bieber's a great guy to just take a 3-year flyer on, maybe even a 2-year flyer. Give him some security there, have it incentive based. It works well, and I think it makes sense. Next up, I got Ha-Seong Kim going to the Red Sox. Just think he's a good depth guy there. Story gets hurt a little bit. Von Grisham was hurt last year. He can play third base if you want to take Devers off there. I wouldn't put him at third base, but good. I'd probably sit him second base, maybe shortstop. I'd take Story off of shortstop, maybe let him DH a little bit. Ha-Seong Kim can play. Next up, I got Tommy Kahnle going to the Pirates. I don't know why. I just think the Pirates are going to try and spend a little bit of money and capitalize on the Paul Skeens window. Next one up, Kyle Gibson to the Royals. The Royals need pitching. They did just extend Seth Lugo, which was pretty cool. I think Kyle Gibson kind of slots in there well. They got Ragans and Singer at the top. Then you get Lugo and Gibson in that 3-4 hole, and then figure out something for that fifth spot. They could win the division next year. Next one up, I got Andrew Kittredge to the Blue Jays. Jays need bullpen help. Kittredge is kind of throws gas. I think he's, you're throwing a dartboard when you're picking relievers and teams, and I thought this was a pretty good solution here. Mike Soroka, I got him going back to the White Sox. They're terrible, and I don't really see any other team taking a flyer on them. Next, I got Kirby Yates going to the Mariners. Just making that bullpen better. They already got the best rotation in baseball. I think they're going to try and grab some back-of-the-end stuff as well, just to solidify everything and kind of make a pushback for that American League West title. Next one up, I got Carlos Santana going to the Nationals. Playing first base. They didn't get any production last year in first base. Santana's a dude who just takes 1-year deals. I think he can help kind of mature the young guys there in C.J. Abrams, James Wood, whoever else comes up. I just think it's a pretty good match. Next guy up, I got Walker Buehler staying in Los Angeles, but going to the Angels. So technically, I guess he goes to Anaheim. I don't know why. I thought the Mets could be a good fit here too, but in the end, I picked the Angels. I think they're gonna try and do something. I think they want to just spend, but I think it's going to be reckless spending. So Angels just kind of fit there for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. Next one up is Kyle Higashioka staying in San Diego with the Padres. Dude raked there. He just kind of found his home. and I don't see him leaving there, and I don't see San Diego letting him go. Next one up is Paul Goldschmidt signing in Houston to be the Astros first baseman. Astros need a first baseman. I don't think they make. I think they get outbid for Christian Walker in the end, leaving them with Paul Goldschmidt. And I don't think they get Alonso. Goldschmidt, like, it's saying Goldschmidt's a bad thing. Like, it's a really good third place prize. Next one up, I got AJ Minter with the Braves, just staying there. That bullpen fucks, and he's a huge part of it, and I think sits there. Next one up, I got Max Scherzer, also returning to the AL Central, but I have him going to the Royals. Again, I think Royals just ball out on pitching this year and just make a nasty rotation. They, like I said, they can compete for the AL Central. You had Kyle Gibson and Max Scherzer. Woo! Watch out. That's the AL Central favorite. Next one up is Roki Sasaki. He just got posted, so I was able to add him to this. He signs with the Dodgers. That's pretty simple. Jose Quintana, I have him going to the Tigers. I think, again, same with Kansas City. I think more so than Kansas City. They had Tariq Skubal, and that was it. Jose Quintana is a good kind of slot in there type of guy. I think he just kind of fits in that Detroit system. I think he benefits in Comerica. I don't know, just kind of feels right. Next one up, I got Danny Jansen signing with the Cubs. Cubs need bats. Cubs need a catcher, and it's going to be Danny Jansen. Next one up is Nick Martinez going to the Reds, staying with the Reds. He takes that QO. There's no way he doesn't. Another qualifying offer guy is Nick Pivetta. I have him staying with the Red Sox. Despite stuff saying he'll decline the qualifying offer, I don't think he goes anywhere else besides Boston. I don't think Boston's going to... I don't think a lot of other guys are going to give him what he thinks he's going to get on this free agent market, hence staying in Boston. Next one up is Frankie Montas, also to the Nationals. I had Mets, but I think the Nationals make more sense here. He can take a good 1 or 2 year deal. Makes sense for the Nationals to kind of start to build a rotation a bit to maybe sort of compete for a wild card spot. Worst case scenario, he has a good year. They're not competing. He gets flipped at the deadline. Next one up, I got Andrew Heaney staying with the Rangers. Again, it just makes sense. Jock Peterson, I have him going back to the Diamondbacks. I think he worked well in that platoon there with Grichuk for a bit. I don't really see many other areas doing that. I think he fits well in Arizona, and I think the Diamondbacks liked him. Next up, I got Matt Boyd staying with the Guardians. Guardians had great pitching. Matt Boyd was a huge part of that. Don't see him going anywhere. Carlos Estevez to the Red Sox. Red Sox, I think, are going to spend money. I don't think they're going to spend as much as it's being reported, but I do think they go out there and actually do some stuff, and Carlos Estevez is going to be a part of that by shoring up that bullpen there. Clay Holmes stays in New York with the Yankees. I get that he lost his closer role, but the Yankees bullpen sucks. Gleyber Torres, whatever you want to say. He is going to Pittsburgh. He's going to go to the Pirates. Again, I think the Pirates spend some money. I think they want to capitalize on the Paul Skeens time here. If he gets a 1 or 2 year deal, it's kind of a perfect bridge to Tamar Johnson, who's should be a 2026 debut guy to play second base. Gleyber can also help out guys like Brian Hayes and O'Neal Cruz. Going to be a bit of a mentor there. I like him there. I can see him in Pittsburgh colors, so that helped. Next one up, I got Tyler O'Neill to the Blue Jays. Blue Jays need a power bat. Tyler O'Neill's Canadian, and he hits bombs. Feels like a match made in heaven. I'd be shocked, really, if this doesn't happen. Next one up, Jeff Hoffman to the Phillies. Phillies bullpen is sick. I don't see him going anywhere. I think the Phillies give him that 3 year deal that he'll want, and he'll stay there. Next up, Nate Eovaldi to the Cubs. I think the Cubs need more pitching. I don't like the pitching too much. I just think he fits in well there. I like Nate Eovaldi in a Cubs uniform, kind of at the top end of the rotation. It's going to be sick. Next one up, I got Jurickson Profar staying in San Diego. He's the guy, he's not going anywhere. He is more valuable to San Diego than he is to any other team, just like San Diego's more valuable to him than any other team. So they mutually benefit off of each other. Next one up is Luis Severino going back to the Mets, being a part of that rotation. He's a New York guy through and through, and I think him and the Mets feed off each other, and they had a really good year together. Next one up is probably the best reliever on the market, and Tanner Scott. I also have him going to the Blue Jays. I think the Jays splash cash for some relievers. They have a god-awful bullpen. Tanner Scott's the guy to go after. I think he should be the number one target if bullpen-wise. Tanner Scott, Blue Jays. Next one up is Christian Walker, and it pains me to say it, but he's a Yankee. There's just no way he's not a Yankee. Yankees need a first baseman. Declined Rizzo. Ben Rice ain't taking that spot. Christian Walker just screams Yankee. Next one up is Yusei Kikuchi to the Reds. Reds need pitching. They got a great everything else kind of going. They don't have pitching. Kikuchi is a huge part of that. He had a really good year. Got some playoff experience. Kikuchi to the Reds. Next one up, Teoscar Hernandez stays with the Dodgers. He just won a World Series there. He bounced back. They gave him the opportunity that not a lot of other teams were given. He sticks in LA, sadly. Sean Manaea sticks with the Mets. I feel like that one's a pretty good lock. Anthony Santander, of him going to the Royals, but mostly as a DH type, I would say. I don't like his defense, and Kauffman Stadium for him defensively might be, but they need the bat. Get another bat in there with Bobby Witt Jr. and Sal Perez, and it's Santander. Next one up, Jack Flaherty signing with the Red Sox, helping that rotation out, especially if they have the thought of losing Nick Pivetta. Watch out, but if you can get Pivetta back and get Jack Flaherty, might be the best rotation in the American League East. Next, after that, is Pete Alonso staying with the Mets. It's just dude's Queens through and through. Biggest playoff moment for them in a few years. I don't see. The Mariners are the only other team I could see, but they don't splash cash like Pete Alonso cash. So, yeah. Max Fried, I have Braves, but there's a few other teams. If the Dodgers don't get Sasaki, they go and get Fried. I could see the Jays making a play at Fried, and I can see the Orioles and the Red Sox making a play at Fried. Ultimately, I think he just stays in Atlanta if he can't go to LA, but that's me. Next one up, Blake Snell, I'm going back to the Padres. Padres need money. Those two just kind of seem like they fit well together. He won a Cy Young there. It makes sense. It works well. Pair him with Michael King and Dylan Cease and Yu Darvish, and you got a really scary team. The Padres look to be making that push for the NL West top spot. Blake Snell helps them. Next one up is Alex Bregman. I actually have him going to the Mariners. I know I just dissed the Mariners. I think the Mariners get him. I don't really know who they have at third base right now, which is kind of my issue. But they need a bat. They kind of need just anything to supplement with Julio Rodriguez. And I don't think you can sell Machaniger again to Mariners fans. I think that train sailed a fucking while ago. It's Alex Bregman to the Mariners. 7 years. After that, it's Willy Adames to the Dodgers. Owen feels pretty self-explanatory. They need a shortstop. I don't think Lux is going to be that shortstop. Tommy Edman definitely won't be their everyday shortstop. Miguel Rojas is playing third. Should not be playing short. Willy Adames goes to play shortstop. Next one up, Corbin Burns. He's leaving Baltimore, unfortunately for Orioles fans. He's going to the Mets. He's going to reunite with David Stearns. It's going to be a fucking sick rotation in New York. It's going to be Burns, Kodai Senga. There's David Peterson in there. Sean Manaea is going to be there. And Luis Severino. Nasty. They're going to run it back with Corbin Burns. And then that brings us to the best free agent on the market. That's Juan Soto. And he's staying in New York. I know there's other teams involved. There's the Yankees. There's the Mets. There's the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, the Giants, and the Dodgers, who have all been kind of rumored to be in there, and the Rays. But the Rays need a stadium first. Juan Soto doesn't leave the Yankees. He bleeds pinstripe. He fits Bronx. He is such a Yankee. He was such a Yankee before being a Yankee, and then he became a Yankee, and it was fuck. This looks right. I don't think he leaves. I think the Yankees are stupid to let him leave. If there's no way that they don't match whatever offer Steve Cohen puts out there. So yeah, if Cohen puts 700, I guarantee you the Yankees will be like, hey, here's 710, and they'll just keep going, and that's what it'll be. So Juan Soto to the Yankees, and that ends it. Those are all our free agent predictions. If your team wasn't included in here, that's not because I don't think they signed a free agent. It's because they either don't have the history of splashing, or I just didn't like the fit, or I just kind of forgot about the team, or maybe they go out and they do something else. So there's that stuff. Again, give me your predictions. I don't expect this to be 100%, and I don't expect any of you to agree with every single one of these picks. So yeah, just let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe if you guys are brand new. I know I said this video, or in the last video, I said the next video would be how to fix the Blue Jays. Needed to get this one out right away, so we went and did that. And now we're doing the how to fix the 2024 Blue Jays after. So yeah, be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out. Goodbye.